There you go, and we have action. As I say, this is the 85cc Junior Cup. 85cc riders, some of the best riders in Europe, riders from normally 12 to 15 years of age, although, as I said, unusually so. Our two friends, the one from Sweden, stroke England, Freddei Bartlett, he's 11 years old, and he's a Yamaha buddy, Frederik Stampe from Denmark, also 11 years old. Look out for them. Freddie is on bike 292, and Frederik on bike number 80. Riders to watch here, of course, Sascha Koen from Belgium. We have also, of course, Maximilian Werner, the home rider. There you have the lineup. As it came a bit quick for us, the graphics there. So Sascha Koen, the Dane Werner, third Bradley Masters, who clinched the Dutch title recently. And then Gian Dunsen is another name that we recognize there. 15-second board is up. So action is going to break out in all its ferocity right now. And they're away. Maximilian Werner, we see in the bright orange gear. Didn't have a too bad start. He's right there in the mix. As you can see, Tensfeld is a fairly sandy track on the eastern part of Germany. So riders who enjoy sandy underfoot will enjoy it. Leon Rudolph credited with the Red Bull whole shot. So there's a homeboy out in front straight away. Bradley Masters third and Maxi Werner, as you can hear from the German commentary. Freddei Bartlett, you see there in 19th position, and Stampe. So the first objective is, of course, to get into the top 20. Oh, they are talking about our lead rider who'd been riding a Yamaha up to now, but now has switched to KTM. We're having some problems with the feed. We will soon, there you go. Oh, and a rider's gone down. Number 51. This is an experimental broadcast, just working with different settings on our broadcast, also with regards to how we get our feed. So we'll be working with you to see how we can bring you the best viewing experience. We just had a massively exciting race in the FIM Repsol CEV Junior Moto3 World Championship from Aragon in Spain, where Ethan Guevara, the young Spaniard, came from 21st to win the race, and our group member Xavi Artigas second. He now enjoys a huge lead in the junior motocross, in the Junior Moto3 World Championship. Koen Masters first and second. Koen, of course, from Belgium. He also has a racing sibling, so two brothers that race. Again, for those who have just tuned in, we are bringing you action from the ADAC Junior Cup 85 from Tensfeld in Germany. You can see the lovely style, smooth style that the leader has there, railing the outside. And that is so important on rough, sandy tracks like this. easily clearing all the obstacles. Of course, it's easier said than done with very sandy approaches, so the jumps get very rutted out on the takeoffs. Of course, it will get worse as the weekend goes on. You can see already some stutter bumps there. But Koenen is definitely in control right at the moment. Notably, in sixth position, one of the Estonian riders, Romeo Pikant, and Markus Ozelens from Latvia in fifth. And just to complete the Baltic Brigade, in 11th, we have Marius Adomaitis from Lithuania. So all three, the small Baltic countries, well represented in the points here. Freddei Bartlett still holding steady in 19th. So at the moment, still in a point scoring position with his good friend Frederik Stampe in 22nd position. I apologize if the feed is a bit choppy. We are working on getting a better feed so that we will have a better experience for the next races. Also, tomorrow, another race, and we will be joined by a very special guest for that race. Koenen very much in control here, taking it easy. He did not participate in the first round of the series, so he's not a championship contender. These two are. Bradley Masters and Maximilian Werner very much in the hunt for the title. Maximilian Werner had a very, very hard crash at last week's races, or at the previous race, injured his ribs, but he gritted through that and made sure that he did enough to still be in championship contention. As I mentioned before, Julek Mikula, the Czech, the cheerful Czech, as we like to refer to him, very, very friendly young man. Unfortunately, huge disappointment. He was not allowed to participate in this race. He was still in Germany. He had actually remained. The test was ordered, and there was not enough time to get the result of his COVID test to enable him to run. Koenen already a 9.5 second gap, huge gap that he's enjoying in the lead. Oh, and the only lady in the field, the commentator says there. We're still trying to get us a more reliable stream, working on it as we speak. At the moment, we can just give you the standings as they are. Koenen still enjoying a huge lead over Nikolai Schilfberg, the Dane, with Maximilian Werner third, Bradley Masters fourth. So Werner has already clinched or claimed one position to the fore. Of course, doing his championship aspirations no harm at all. And on our other screen, on the other side, we see the youngsters in the road racing field, the youngsters of the European Talent Cup, lining up another exciting race. We will share a link to that a little bit later on. We're just trying to recover our feed just to see if we can get a better quality of feed for you on from Tensfeld in Germany. And at the moment, we will just we'll keep you up to date as to what the positions are of the riders. Background, the commentary from the European Talent Cup. Unfortunately, we can't show everything all together. That's very, very exciting racing as well. We will update you as to the progress on that. Also, a good number of our group members in action there. We're just waiting to reconnect to our feed from Germany, and as soon as we have that, we will pop that back onto the screen for you. There you go, a big battle between Masters and Maximilian Werner, and the commentators saying that Werner producing the better lines. Bradley Masters, of course, it's quite unusual to see a Kawasaki in top-level 85cc racing nowadays, but Bradley Masters, of course, with the Dutch team that also fields some GP riders, and they've got that bike going sufficiently well. Oh, something must have happened to Skilfberg. He's dropped to fourth. So the battle for second is now indeed between Masters and Werner. Romeo Pikant, you see there in the 9th position, the Estonian. Freddei Bartlett, amazing ride. He's already got himself up to 14th position. All right. Unfortunately, we know that the broadcast quality is quite bad. We are working on that. We're just trying to get you as much information as we can. If you want, and the pass is made by Werner. Great pass, took the line away from Bradley Masters, and a great move from the KTM rider. He's, of course, with the team of Herbert Kossak, the KTM Kossak team, a man who's been in racing for many, many, many decades, and who has done such a lot for the careers of so many riders. The field is stretching out already a little bit, but of course, Gian Dunsen is a name we noticed there, one of the Dutch riders. Freddei Bartlett, in the meantime, up to 12th. Great ride on debut for the young Swedish stroke British rider. Maxi Werner and Bradley Masters can't shake the Dutchman, so it's the German-Dutch duel here. So this is incredible racing. Of course, Sascha Kunin in the front has just cleared off into the proverbial distance. So all right, Masters is just waiting for Werner to make a mistake in order to pounce. The riders you see ahead of them are riders that are already being lapped this early into the race. The race 8 minutes left, as you can see on the timing screen. And we're just pulling up our timing screen here. Nikolai. Oh, the timing screen has not been refreshed yet. Let us just check if we... All manner of technical gremlins, excuse me, besetting us today, but we will conquer, as the saying goes. I was... and Masters had indeed made the pass there. Masters, of course, an acknowledged sand master, being from the Netherlands, which is the kind of track you would customarily find, or which Dutch riders are extremely good at. And yeah, just from earlier in today, I just returned from racing a dirt Bronco in South Africa, an inland championship race. Great. In fact, one of our very early interviewees, Thor Johnson, on the cusp of clinching that inland title, and a couple of others of our members doing well. We also had a very special visitor, Rahn, a rock and roller, a world-class young rock and roller. He's 13 years old, plays the guitar like a master and melts the microphone and with his vocals. And he had his very first motocross experience ever, and very much enjoyed it. Made a good few new motocross friends, and they made a rock and roll friend. Mester seems to be opening up a bit of a gap on Werner. For Werner, it's important to keep in this battle, because Mesters does have a few points on him in the championship. So ideally, he would want to get ahead of Mesters here. According to their lap times, Werner is posted a quicker lap time than Mesters. Just checking, also following some European Talent Cup action on the other screen. All right, 5 minutes to go. Of course, that would be 5 minutes plus 2 laps, as is the norm in motocross racing. Kunen, absolutely master of that bike. He has, of course, he'd also done, being from Belgium, he'd participated in many Dutch championship races, did the complete Dutch championship series in years gone by, and actually secured a title. So he's, of course, no Dumbo on the sand. He knows his way around. Mesters is definitely opened up we've just had I repeat again, we had another request as to where Julek Nikula is. We said earlier in the broadcast, the young Czech rider, a good friend of ours, he was leading in the championship. He had 2 first round of the series. Unfortunately, he was barred from entry from the race because of coronavirus restrictions. He actually in Germany. He had stayed in quarantine in Germany, didn't travel back home, but a retest was ordered on him because of him being from a high-risk area, according to German regulations. In other words, the Czech Republic. So the retest could have been done, but it wasn't guaranteed that the result would be out in time. So Julek opted to travel back home and participate in a Czech championship race instead. It's a great pity for the youngster, and of course a huge disappointment, judging by his riding at the previous round of the championship was his to lose. Really a lot would have had to go wrong for him to not clinch the title. We've got our feedback, so let us see if we can get that. Just 1 second, we're just trying to stream. We are making some technical changes, so hopefully our stream on Sunday for the second round or the second day of racing would be better. We'll definitely be working hard overnight to get that sorted for you. In the meantime, let us just pull up the timing screen and tell you just visually what is going on. Timing screen has also not been updated yet, so the gremlins are out in full force, the technical gremlins. Let's just try and get that feedback for you. All right, it looks like we are back live. 1 minute 40 to go, plus, of course, the obligatory 2 laps. Ozelins, the Latvian, in 4th position. So, but a big gap. Kunin has a 20-second gap over second, and then a big gap back to Ozelins again. Estonian Pikant in 7th. Freddei Bartlett has dropped down to 14th, which is still a magnificent result for this young man on debut. He's on a Yamaha bike. They've been having problems getting the settings right on the bike. Oh, a rider not feeling too well. Holding maybe was winded. That's a race he'll want to forget, but no worries. Tomorrow he'll line up for the second heat. Right, we are running into the final stages of this race. 25 seconds to go, and then once the leader crosses the line, from there it's 2 more laps to go. So let's see. Kunin can pretty much pack out and have a picnic and still win this race with the lead that he's worked for himself. Kunin 3.6 seconds faster than the next faster rider, according to our commentary team in Germany. That's Bradley Mesters in view on the Kawasaki. 24 seconds behind the leader. Maximilian Werner has dropped 3.6 behind him, and Ozelins a further 17 seconds behind. Gian Dunsen is knocking on the door there for to get to 9th. Freddei Bartlett still in 14th, but still just 0.9 of a second, just less than a second behind 13th. So obviously hoping to reclaim. Last 2 laps, and just battling to get our back again. The system is really challenging our broadcast skills today, with all manner of things going wrong, but we're trying our best to get the feedback in time, and hopefully we can bring you the end of the race. Just see if we can pull up a live timing screen. All right, we've got live timing loading. So both our feeds, the race as well as the race feed, having some problems. And it seems we have some action. Apologies for this. As I said, today was a experimental day with regards to this particular broadcast. We know what to look out for tomorrow and get that sorted. And according to the timing screens, they're on the last lap. Koenen already has a 29-second lead over Masters, with Maximilian Werner having dropped back some 7 seconds behind that. All right, hopefully get there in time to get the last lap in. All right. There we go. And let's bring the feedback online for you. And there we go. We haven't seen from Denmark, Frederik Stampe. I'll just try and find out where he is in the standings. Just trying to get around to the timing screen and see where we see. Oh, he's into the points. He's the number 80 is in 19th position. So a great result for the young Dane there. Freddei Bartlett indeed has moved up to 13th position. And according to our timing screen, of course, the live broadcast is a bit behind. According to our timing screen, our winner had, in fact, already the visuals. Oh, bit of a showboating there with his last. But on the timing screen, he had already passed the flag. So we know that it was a dominant victory for Belgian Koenen. Bradley Masters from the Netherlands second, Marcus Ozoland and Thomas Saisang and Marius Adomaitis eighth. So you have the Baltic Brigade take 5th to 8th. Another Latvian, Kolkins, in 11th position. Freddei Bartlett looks like he's holding steady in 13th. An excellent ride for the young man. Let's see if we can re-establish the feed in time for the interviews. But indeed, a dominant performance for Sascha Koenen. He was in the proverbial different postal code with this race. And again, apologies for the quality of the feed. We think we have identified the problem, so hopefully by tomorrow it should be good. Right. And all the scoring and timing has finished up. So confirmation: Sascha Koenen winning the race, Bradley Masters second, Maximilian Werner third, Skilfberg fourth, Marcus Ozolands fifth. Gian Dunsen, the young Dutch rider, in 9th position. Oh, there's the interview. Apologies again for the feed. We will link to the video. Our friend Tommy Deitenbach with the microphone there. Always a highly enthusiastic commentator, and all out sometimes waves the flag and commentates at the same time. Quite the character. For joining us this afternoon. As I say, today's was a test broadcast. The races of tomorrow, we will be covering both the 85 and the 1 to 5. So look out for that. And until then, and look out, maybe we'll have a very special co-commentator. Oh, there we are back. All right. So we have the word of winner Sasha Kunin there. Thank you for joining us. We will be back. Just keep a lookout on the group. We will be back with another broadcast as the weekend progresses.